You cannot be fucking serious. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. Hello, my little beans. Fluffernutter here. And, I got some disturbing news up on the phone today under the, WCAX news app. For y'all that don't know what that is genuinely Vermont's own, state news program. They do cover a little bit of over here, Plattsburgh, but mainly over there. So I downloaded it because, as most of y'all know, I am from there, mainly Burlington, where this thing does take place. Now, I was just sitting, minding my biz, watching Paranormal State or something like that, when I got a little bloop bloop on my phone. That ice causing some mayhem in Burlington. Now, I don't know much of what conspired, but what I do have on the app is a video of what had happened. I am deathly worried because I have family down there who is not the whitest skin tone people, if you know what I mean. Now, they are from the U.S., but that has not stopped ICE from getting rid of actual citizens before. So, yeah, I'm worried. I'm sure y'all are worried of what's going on nowadays. So, without much BS, I need to know what's going on.
Attempted arrest by federal immigration officers or ICE agents in South Burlington 1 week ago drew dozens of protesters. The demonstration ending with flashbangs, pepper spray, and multiple arrests. This after an hours-long standoff between demonstrators and
Look at them all.
The man they were looking for at the Dorset Street home is still at large today. 7 Days' Lucy Tompkins joins us now. Lucy, you've been following the situation, and now I want to go behind the headline in your piece. You say
Still can't believe this is happening in Burlington.
What happened here? Can you explain?
Yeah, so we were on the scene last Wednesday during this raid or standoff that lasted about 8 hours, and then a raid, and then there was more confrontation. And we wrote up sort of what happened in the moment, but there have been a lot of questions since then about the role that local and state law enforcement played in this operation. And
they got all the their hazmat gear on and everything. You see them all.
What we've done in this piece is really break it down,
smoking people out. Wow! Look at this.
Of protesters or community members at the scene and people inside the home.
It's gonna be protesting.
What happened?
Yeah, definitely lots of questions still swirling today about that. What would you say made this situation different than other protests that have happened here that may have caused it to end the way that it did?
Yeah, there were a lot of factors, I think, that caused this to really escalate. One is that in the early morning, a big alert went out to community members to say there's an ICE action happening at this house, and can as many people
Vermont very open with the news.
There was a big crowd that really grew
to the public.
The day. And then
all out with their phones and everything. This is crazy.
Agents at the scale that showed up at this house, and there was a really long wait to see if they would get a warrant to enter the house. And in that time, more and more local and federal officers came to the scene, which eventually turned into a forcible entry to the house.
Look at them all.
And then a bigger confrontation after that as people tried to prevent the agents from driving away from the scene.
Oh no, here we go.
We've seen federal agents shooting pepper balls or throwing flashbangs at community members. It was really just a much more aggressive sort of
flashbangs
than has happened before.
Yeah,
pepper bombs
built by the end of the day. Now you've got a lot of different perspectives in your
story. The hell did they do?
Is there anyone's experience or take on what happened that stands out to you?
I mean, protest gets bad, but
this story really needs needs all the different perspectives to sort of make sense. But one thing that we have in here that's newer is the perspective of an 18-year-old.
You got the cops there. You got this. This is a crazy sight to see for me.
And he was in there when the agents broke down the door, and ultimately
look at them all. Wow.
So we have his perspective on what happened, and then we also have a more detailed perspective from the South Burlington police chief about their involvement in all of this, and request that he and his
looks like Mr. Clean for a minute.
to de-escalate the
Mr. Clean up with ice.
And,
he's cleaning the journal.
Get the feds to postpone their operation that were ultimately denied. And so I think it's very helpful.
Yeah, now they're getting shovey and handsy.
All the decisions that they were making along the way.
Your story's out in 7 days. Lucy, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Wow. There you have it. Damn. That is wild to see that they are in Vermont now. Like, that is mad close to me. Like, I don't think I've ever really worried that much about it because I'm not that much of a political fox at the end of the day. I think politics are fucking stupid. Like, one side is better than the other. Like, who the fuck cares? We're all shit people at the end of the day. This whole ICE thing is getting out of hand, y'all. Like, now you in Burlington, where my family resides at, and I'm stuck here in the state over, and I can't do nothing. Oh, that just worries me. Like, yeah, my skin is white as whiter than cocaine. Let's be real, okay? Mom, my grandfather, my brother, yeller. Sorry, but the way ICE is going, if you're yeller, goodbye, feller, because that's how they operate here. And it's always tan-ass people. It's not black people. Never black people. It's always tan people. Like, I feel like ever since this whole Iran, as it's actually pronounced, war BS has happened, I feel like Trump is now targeting people that share that same skin color. I don't know if it's just me or if any of y'all knows that, but that's how I take it. Like, he's targeting them. Okay, Iran's fucking with us. Fuck y'all. That's how I feel he's taking on it. I mean, that was crazy to see. My hometown, I think that was Dorset Street. I haven't lived there in like a few years. Almost 7 now? That is wild. Because you have the protesters, and I'm sorry, you're gonna assault the protesters. What did they do? Because in that clip, I didn't see nothing. And again, I didn't really pay attention to the whole story. I've only learned through that. So they could have done some, could not done some. Because it's a protest. Let's be real. There's always some fruitcake that's always going to make it higher of a protest that fucks it for everybody and gets arrested. I mean, seeing that today, that shocked me. And it worries me so badly because I now have the fear of losing my family just to profiling now. That sucks. Between me and my little sister, we're like the only white people in that family except my grandmother too and my uncle. Sorry. Out of those 4, the rest are all tan. These are dark ass times we living in, bro. It's getting out of hand. It needs to stop. This whole ICE shit just needs to stop. I get where they're coming from. They want to limit the population, play mix and match pretty much with the races, battle of the races. I just don't vibe with it. I think it's wrong. And then what's next we're going to do? We're just going to nuke everybody? Or we're just going to chip everybody to make sure they're Americans? So let me tell you something, buddy. I ain't getting chipped for shit. I digress. It's just wild. Because there's my homeland, Vermont, let alone Burlington, getting evaded by these fuckers. Come on. It's always 10 people, bro. What are you doing? Burlington, out of all places, was the least place I'd suspect something like this happening. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call my mother, see if she's okay. Yeah. Anywho, I think I'm going to leave it here. This has been Fluff Another Worried as all living shit now. Signing off. Stay tuned, my little beans.